I'm Chris Simon, and today we're going to talk about some of the issues that we face as trial attorneys. Today's episode particularly deals with wrongful death cases, and more specifically with the death of a child. So one of the saddest things we do from day to day is deal with families that have lost children, whether they be young, under the age of 10, or older. It's never easy. And what makes it even more difficult is if the parents are never married at all, or if they're divorced, because sometimes you can have two different parts of the family and they have two different ideas about how things should proceed. So the question comes up, what is the law in Georgia? How does that work? Who has what right? Georgia says that in the case of a death of a child, that either parent has the right to bring the lawsuit, and that both parents are entitled to share in the financial outcome of that case 50-50. Now there are exceptions. First of all, if one or the other parent has abandoned the child, they have no right to participate whatsoever. If that parent has failed to help to pay for the care and support of the child, failed to pay child support, failed to show up for baseball games, failed to just be a parent in general, they can lose that 50% entitlement. They can lose that entitlement to bring the case itself. Taking a step back, the question comes up, well, let's assume we have the unfortunate loss of life. Which of the parents controls the case? Which parent gets to decide what lawyer gets hired? And the answer is, it's first to file with the courts. So if, for example, the mother of the deceased decides to hire lawyer Jones files the case then proceeds, the father has the right to get involved in the case if they want to, or they can choose to sit back and get 50% of the proceeds once the case is completed. So again, Georgia protects both of the parents. Marital status doesn't really matter. The illegitimacy of the child doesn't really matter. What matters to the court is whether or not the parent that wants to see some of the financial outcome of the case was involved in the child's life, was a part of their life. And so we never like to have these cases litigated. It can be hard enough losing a child. Having the parents of the child at war with one another is not really where you want to be. So obviously, families, we would encourage you to try to cooperate as much as you can. If you have other questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.